a time in every woman's life when she realizes that mystery is not just power, it's survival. In a world that constantly demands she be an open book, she must learn to be a locked diary with no spare key. She must understand that not everything deserves to be spoken, not every feeling needs to be shared, and not every truth should be revealed. A woman who knows when to stay silent holds more control than one who speaks too soon. Strength is not in how much you show, but in how much you withhold. Some battles are fought in the heart, away from the eyes of the world, because not every person who listens truly understands. And no matter how much love a man claims to have for you, there are things that must always remain yours and yours alone. Never let anyone, no matter how close, hold the map to your entire life. A woman who hides her deepest fears controls her destiny. A woman who safeguards her financial independence ensures she is never at the mercy of another. A woman who keeps her past heartbreaks locked away refuses to be defined by her pain. A woman who conceals her true strength wields power beyond imagination. And a woman who protects her future plans walks towards her dreams without unnecessary obstacles. This is not deception. This is wisdom. This is not dishonesty. This is strategy. This is not manipulation. This is protection. A woman who reveals everything risks losing everything, but a woman who knows what to hide, she is limitless. She is untouchable. She is unstoppable. There is a sacred space within every woman, a place where her deepest fears reside, untouched by the outside world. These fears are not weaknesses, but raw, unfiltered truths that shape her existence. Yet not everyone deserves access to them. A woman who lays bare her vulnerabilities too easily hands over the key to her own destruction. Not every person who listens truly understands, and not every comforting word is sincere. Some will use her fears as weapons, turning her moments of weakness into ammunition. The world can be unforgiving, and even the one she trusts the most may not always handle her fears with care. This is why silence becomes her shield. Some battles are meant to be fought alone, because in solitude, she finds clarity. In secrecy, she gathers strength. A woman must learn to hold certain fears close to her heart, not because she is afraid, but because she is wise. The moment she reveals what shakes her soul, she risks being controlled by those who know how to manipulate it. Fear loses its grip when it is faced, but it gains power when it is handed over to the wrong person. The strongest women are not the ones who never feel fear. They are the ones who carry it with grace, mastering it without ever exposing its depths. There is a power in knowing that you are secure, not because someone else provides for you, but because you have built your own foundation. A woman must never place all her financial security in the hands of another, no matter how much love or trust exists in the relationship. Love is beautiful, but life is unpredictable. Circumstances change, people change, and a woman who relies entirely on someone else for her survival risks losing more than just money. She risks losing herself. Financial independence is not just about wealth, it is about freedom, a secret savings account, a private investment, a skill that brings in income. These are not signs of deception, but of wisdom. The world may tell her that love means full transparency, that sharing everything is a sign of trust, but trust should never come at the cost of security. A woman who has something of her own is a woman who can walk away when she needs to, not when she is forced to. Money is power, and power is choice. When a woman has her own, she moves differently. She speaks differently. She loves differently, not out of need, but out of choice. She knows that no matter what happens, she will never have to beg, never have to settle, never have to stay in a place where she no longer belongs. Because she has given herself the greatest gift of all, independence. The past is a heavy thing, and every woman carries pieces of it within her. The heartbreaks, the betrayals, the moments when she gave too much and received too little. These are the scars that shaped her. But not every scar needs to be shown. A woman must be careful about how much she reveals about the love that once broke her, because the wrong man will see it not as a lesson learned, but as a weakness to exploit. When a woman openly shares the pain of her past, she risks inviting comparison, judgment, or even manipulation. Some men will use her past heartbreaks to test her limits, to see how much she endured before and how much she might tolerate again. They will watch how she reacts, how she forgives, how she bends, and they will push just enough to see if she will break again. Not every man needs to know the depth of what she has survived. Some stories are meant to stay in the past, locked away as silent reminders of how far she has come. When she speaks of her past, let it be in strength, not sorrow. Let it be a lesson she has mastered, not a wound she still nurses. The right man will see the strength in her presence, not the pain in her past. And the wrong man will never be given the map to the places that once broke her. There is a certain power in being underestimated. The world often expects a woman to be soft, fragile, easy to read, but a wise woman knows that her true strength is not for everyone to see. She may carry storms inside her, yet she moves with the grace of a calm sea. She may have the power to walk away, to rebuild, to rise from the ashes, yet she chooses when and how to reveal it. A woman who hides her true strength holds an advantage, because not every battle requires a display of power. Some are won in silence. When a woman lays all her strength on the table, she risks being tested, challenged, or even resented for it. Some men are intimidated by a woman who is too strong, too capable, too self-sufficient. Others may see it as an invitation to break her down, just to prove that she is not as unshakable as she seems. But when her strength is quietly held, when it is revealed only when necessary, she remains in control. A woman should never feel the need to prove her strength to anyone. Strength is not in how loudly it is shown, but in how confidently it is carried. The strongest women do not need to announce their power. They simply live in it. They know that the greatest weapon is not the force of their strength, but the mystery of it. Not every dream needs an audience. A woman's future plans are like seeds, delicate, full of potential, and vulnerable to outside forces. The moment she shares them too soon, she exposes them to doubts, opinions, and energies that may not always be in her favor. Some people will discourage her, not because they believe she will fail, but because they fear she will succeed beyond their expectations. Others may pretend to support her while secretly hoping she never reaches the heights she envisions for herself. She moves in silence, letting her actions speak louder than her words. She understands that when her success is finally revealed, it will not be a promise, it will be a reality. And by then, no one will have the power to stop what was always meant to be hers. A woman's heart is deep, filled with love, patience, and understanding. But even the most forgiving heart has its limits. Yet revealing those limits too soon gives the wrong man a dangerous advantage. If he knows exactly how far she is willing to go, how much she is willing to forgive, and where her final breaking point lies, he may test those boundaries. Some men push limits not out of ignorance, but out of curiosity, just to see if they can. A woman must never allow anyone to predict the moment she will walk away. The moment a man knows how much she can tolerate, he may begin to take her kindness for granted. He may apologize without changing, knowing she has forgiven before. He may push further, assuming she will always stay. But when she keeps her limits unspoken, she remains a mystery. He will never know if this mistake is the one that will cost him everything. Strength is not just in standing firm, it is in keeping people unsure of how far they can go. When a woman holds her forgiveness close, she ensures that no one plays with her heart as if it is something to be tested. She does not need to announce the day she will leave. She does not need to declare when enough is enough. She simply decides, and when that moment comes, there will be no second chances. A woman who is predictable is a woman who can be controlled. If a man always knows her next move, he knows how to prepare, how to counter, and how to keep her exactly where he wants her. But when she moves with quiet intention, when she keeps her next step unknown, she becomes a force that no one can anticipate. Not every decision, not every thought, not every plan needs to be spoken out loud. A woman who reveals too much of her strategy, whether in love and life or in ambition, risks giving away the very power that makes her unstoppable. Some men feel secure when they can predict her, when they know what she will do next, how she will react, or where she is headed. But when she stays unpredictable, she keeps them on their toes. She keeps them wondering. She keeps them invested. Mystery is not deception. It is control. It is knowing that not everyone deserves access to her next chapter until she is ready to reveal it. A woman who moves in silence commands attention without asking for it. She does not announce her steps. She simply takes them. And by the time the world sees where she is going, she is already there. A woman's power is not just in what she says, but in what she chooses to keep to herself. The world may expect her to be an open book, but wisdom teaches her that some chapters are meant to be kept private, not out of fear, but out of strength, not out of secrecy, but out of strategy. The woman who knows what to hide and what to reveal moves differently. She is never too vulnerable, never too exposed, never too predictable. She protects her heart, her mind, her dreams, and her power with silence, allowing only the right people to see the parts of her that deserve to be seen. Because the strongest woman is not the one who tells the world everything. She is the one who knows that some things are best left unsaid. And in that silence, she becomes untouchable. She becomes unstoppable. She becomes limitless.